Yeah, we can be efficient as long as we can stay focused. Choo, 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 pow, pow, ping, poo, pow. Look at us staying focused already, opening the
So
show.
focused.
Poo, choo, 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 choo. Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Ghost podcast, starring gaming enthusiast and gaming guru and gaming girl, Katie.
Well, hi, glad to be here.
We have to go back to the fun facts. No one's going to listen to us past our intro if we keep just sounding like, oh,
I mean, y'all pretty much covered it with everything you said about me. I'm good.
What was the last thing you heated up in the microwave?
My lunch, which was a Nooks and Cranny English muffin with ham and cheese.
Okay, choo, choo, wow, bing, bing, boo, 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 with you, boo, 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 boo. And the hopeless romantic on the show, she loves to sob and she watches the TV to do it. It's producer Johna.
The last thing I heated up in the microwave was lasagna.
Ooh.
Yeah, my sister made lasagna. She made a huge pan, and it's just her and her 2 kids at her house, so she gave me like half the pan.
Nice.
Bring me some.
Choo, 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 pow,
I will.
Ping, poo, choo, 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 choo. Also joining us from the Kind of Nerdy Dudes, it's producer Patches.
Ooh, kind of nerdy dudes.
Woohoo!
Last thing you heated up in the microwave.
It was cauliflower mashed potatoes.
Oh, pass.
You guys, my diet, it's the stupid diet I'm on.
Pass.
Not because I want to lose weight,
Weird.
because I have health issues. I don't want to talk about it. Woo, choo, 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 pow, pow, ping, boo, boo, doo, 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 doo. And my name is KJ. And the last thing I heated up in the microwave was meatballs. What would you call it? Creamy marinara. It's like Alfredo marinara mix.
Yeah.
And some garlic bread. Woohoo.
Ooh, no, you're wrong.
What?
Your
Sounds
pizza.
weird.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. I heated up pizza just a little bit ago.
I love pizza.
Was very good. Even leftover. All right, enough about what we like to eat. We like to be nerdy. Okay, we have things to talk about because number one, there is a Christmas tree sitting directly behind us, decorated in all things Chris Evans and mostly Captain America. Johna has her Chris Evans pillow with her. Katie is wearing red and white and blue to celebrate this glorious day. And we are at the time that we're recording. Is this day 5 of the 12 days of Christmas?
Yes.
Okay, so and on the 5th day of Christmas, Chris Evans gave us the most adorable little video. It wasn't for us, but we got to watch it. A little message to the little boy who saved his sister because she was getting attacked by a dog, and he stepped in between. Did you see? This kid had to get like 90 stitches.
Like the whole side of his face. Like, oh man. Yeah. But what a brave little kid.
Brave little boy. And so he was doing it because that's what Captain America would do.
Sister.
Yay! Yay! So Chris Evans did the cutest little message to him, and the little boy was wearing his Captain America stuff. I know.
I cried watching that video for 20 minutes after I watched it.
I was like,
I'm gonna cry now.
Does Chris Evans know that we're doing the 12 days of Christmas right now?
Well, I've been tagging him in every single tweet, so hopefully maybe he does.
I hope so. At some point, he's got to be like, what is this nonsense that these women are doing? These crazy women I need to block.
Don't block us, Chris. We love you.
So in addition to Chris Evans stuff, we're going to talk about Henry Cavill and how he stole the internet today, being a nerd, not being hot, being a nerd, because the nerds are hot, and he made it that way. And also, Katie is going to give us a gaming update. Let's do that now. Choo-choo. Whoa, choo-choo-choo-choo-choo-choo-choo-choo-choo. Starting early in the show with the gaming update, it's Gamer Katie.
Wow.
So what? Today's the 16th, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow is the 17th. Do you follow me?
Okay.
Whoa. No way.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yep. Follow me. Just stay with me.
Okay.
Tomorrow, Paper Mario the Origami King comes out.
Oh. I remember you talking about this. It's the little paper, like the actual.
Yep, it's like stickers.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it.
Katie, are you getting this game? Is this a thing that you're going to do?
Yeah, probably. It's cute.
Okay. All right.
I like the Mario games. I like the paper Mario games. They're very cute. Y'all are breaking up.
No, I think it's you.
Oh, so we're all having a good time, huh?
Yeah, I had one of the actors from Stargirl on with me earlier today, and it was just a disaster. His internet was going out, my internet was going out. We connected on Zoom, then we connected on StreamYard, and then he went downstairs, and then I changed which internet connection I was on. Oh my God. And it was so, like, we were having so much fun. Like, we would get really into, I had him doing, so his name is Eric Goins, and he is playing the gambler on Stargirl. And that's a really cool character that's been in the comic books since the 40s, but it's never really been on, like, it's never been portrayed, like, in TV and movies. So he's the first one, and he's this big DC geek who's grown up with this, and he gets to, do this, and he kept geeking out about it, and we get all excited about it, and then we both freeze. Oh man. But anyway, we played, because he's such a DC nerd, we played Wed, Work With, and Wipeout, and he really, really struggled with Wipeout, and we had to
That's a real fan.
Yeah, and I made him reconnect because I was like, oh no, you're not getting out of this. I don't care how long it takes to reconnect one more time, gambler from DC Stargirl, you are going to wipe out somebody from DC. So, I'm not going to tell you who it was, but it was, in the end, it was shocking.
Shocking.
It was shocking.
Oh, well, I guess I have to listen to it, huh?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a cliffhanger.
Well, we got to keep people coming back to the show.
Yeah, no, I don't even know, and I live with you.
Well, that's because I recorded it earlier today when the internet was garbage, which it still is now. Apparently, we got out of Mercury retrograde. How come the internet is broken?
Because the world hates us.
Okay, so we'll get back to Katie's gaming update someday when Katie returns.
R.I.P. Katie.
All right. In the meantime, I mean, before we get to, Chris Evans stuff, I got to know, Johna. Woo, choo, choo, bop, bop, ching, 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 bom, 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 bom. What's got Johna weeping?
I mean, besides everyday life? Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Well, I watched Jersey Boys on Netflix.
Who is it? Jersey Boys. Is Matt Bomer in that?
No,
he's in Newsies. He's in something.
I don't.
Okay.
Is he crutchy?
I don't know.
Katie said to go on without her.
Okay. Well, it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. Yeah. All right. Johna, go ahead.
But Jersey Boys was really good. It was really long. I felt like it was an hour longer than it should have been.
How long was it?
It was like 2 hours long, but I mean, Frankie Valli in the four seasons went on for like 40 years. So I mean, they had to cram 40 years worth of events and things into. Yeah. But I really felt like they could have stuck to the highlight reel. But
that was similar to what they did with Hamilton. Like the beginning was real crunched up because they had to get through so much stuff. Yeah. Have you ended up watching Hamilton yet?
I have not. Me and Katie have not made a plan, and I've been trying to be loyal, but it's getting a little bit tougher every day.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, when she's not here, we have to figure out, this COVID stuff is making it hard to, celebrate anything.
Yeah.
I feel like we just really missed her birthday, and I hate that.
Yeah, same.
We got to do something. After the 12 days of Christmas, we'll have the 12 days of Katie-miss.
Wow. So I have to have 12 fun facts about Katie?
12 fun facts about Katie. And your favorite moments. So every night that people have to just do a little Katie binge. An ode to Katie. I love it.
Man.
I love it. We can do this.
Let's do it. And then I watched this movie on Netflix that actually made me cry. Jersey Boys didn't really make me cry because it was kind of long. Music was great though. So A+ music. Loved it. There's a movie on Netflix called The Half of It.
Okay.
And it's about this girl who she's super smart and she writes people's papers for them. And this guy comes up to her and he's like, I want you to write a love letter for this girl that I like. she's like, no, I'm not going to do that, because it turns out that she likes this girl. And then her and the girl start like writing letters back and forth, but she becomes friends like with the guy who she's writing the letters for, and he's not realizing that she's in love with this girl. And he's like, yeah, but he's going out on dates with this girl and all this other stuff. It was like the most stressful hour and a half of my life, because this girl is like, he's like she is head over heels for this other girl.
So what was it about the movie that gave you a little bit of a surprise? Like that it wasn't this is the typical, rom-com or whatever.
Well, it was hilarious to me that the guy that she was best friends with, Paul, he's very oblivious to her writing these letters to this girl. He reads them. He reads every single one, and he reads every single letter that the girl writes back. But he's still so oblivious to the fact that she's in love with this girl.
Boys are dumb.
Oh, I agree.
Johna, do you have a strong opinion on our latest 80s pick one, Bon Jovi or Def Leppard?
Well, not really. I will say that I might like Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me a little bit more than Bon Jovi.
More than Living on a Prayer?
Or Wanted Dead or Alive?
Or
you give a little bad name.
I know more Bon Jovi songs.
Okay.
I will say that. I know more of their songs. But I really just like that song.
Okay. So just going with the one song.
Yeah. I loved that song. Oh, man, I want to go to karaoke and sing that song. That's how serious it is.
Do you sing that song at karaoke?
I haven't been to karaoke in so long.
Yes, but at some point, have you gotten up and jammed out Pour Some Sugar on Me at karaoke?
I have not.
Oh.
I mean, I have in my car, and at work, and honestly, probably in a grocery store. I used to do that when I was in college, because the grocery store that was right across the street from my college would play such jams. I don't know what station they were listening to, but man, they just played hit after hit. And I would just be walking around the store with my roommate just singing all the songs. She's like, are you okay? And I'm like, this is a bop. What do you mean? This is like the best song ever. What are you talking about? I'm just walking up and down the aisle singing.
All right. Well, I know a lot of both of their songs, right? And I did love them both, but I would lean on the Bon Jovi side just because I loved Bon Jovi way, way more. And we still listen to Bon Jovi way more. We have the record player behind us. We've got all the good Bon Jovi albums on vinyl.
Oh, yeah.
All the good ones.
Yeah. Well,
are these
100 degrees
listen,
Fahrenheit, New Jersey, slippery when wet.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Bon Jovi, but yes, there are some. Because they keep putting stuff out, and it's not really,
I wouldn't mind.
They don't always. Most groups that stay together for a really long time, not all of their albums are going to be great.
Right.
Like,
and I think that's
Boys,
true.
They don't have all great albums.
Oh no. And I think that's true of shows too. Like, Supernatural's been around a long time. There have been some seasons where it's been like not quite, not quite, guys.
I've got one word for you: Leviathan.
Oh yeah, Leviathan season. Oh my God.
I mean, the upside, the best thing that came out of that season was it gave us Felicia Day.
Yeah,
Charlie came into the show. And that was the best part of the whole Leviathan arc.
Which, by the way, they have said, there's different versions now. We don't know exactly what Charlie is going to be around, but Felicia Day will be in the final episodes of Supernatural. So.
Well, of course she is. It's the last few episodes. They have to put every single amazing character ever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, do you think we're going to get one more Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
No.
Or do you think that was? I mean, that was it, right?
If they did, it would be under wraps. I think it wouldn't surprise me if he showed up, but they kept it under wraps.
I don't know though, because I just feel that episode, how it ended, was like his.
It was the perfect tie-up.
That was that was it.
I agree.
Yeah, they still got a hot mess with Adam. They got to figure out what to do with Adam.
What do they have, like 10 more episodes or something like that?
Is it 10 or I think it's just 7. I think it's like
I don't know
7 in the fall is what they have left.
Well, how many episodes came out already?
Quite a few. I mean,
Hang on. I'm going to look.
Quite a few. Because they went all the way into, was it mid-April, end of April, that they were still airing episodes before they decided to stop at the worst possible place and rip our hearts out with Jack.
Literally.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to watch that.
It's not a spoiler. Jack has a moment that really upsets you, but I did not just tell you that, like,
freaking Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, Alexander Calvert's birthday was yesterday.
Was it really? Today is Kitsy's birthday. I thought she was going to join us, but
happy birthday, Kitsy!
Yes, yay. Happy birthday, Kitsy! Woo! All right,
she's my favorite Kitsy.
15. There are 13 episodes right now.
So they usually do a 21 to 23 season, 21 to 23 episode season.
So it's less than 10 to wrap it up.
Well, maybe they're gonna do just 20 episodes, and it'll just be 7.
Yeah. I feel like this is why we're kind of nerdy, because if you're yelling at your phone right now, your listening device, you're like, come on, don't you guys know this? Like, we forget a lot of things. We see a lot of headlines and we talk about a lot of stuff, and it all kind of gets like muddled together.
It all gets boiled down to the Chris mystery.
Oh, sorry. I want y'all to know. Sorry, I was on Netflix on my computer to see like how many episodes there were in the Supernatural season, but then I went back to the home screen and Zac Efron's new show that I'm definitely gonna watch, because how much do I love Zac Efron so much? Down to Earth with Zac Efron, where he like travels around the world and like does stuff, and I'm like,
about this,
wait, what does he do?
He like, I don't know, he's just traveling around the world and soul searching, I guess. I don't know. He's doing cool stuff. It's like Anthony Bourdain, but like Zac Efron.
Ooh, okay. Well, we need a new Anthony Bourdain. So I welcome Zac Efron.
Oh man, I saw this commercial, and it was someone else. It was Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay was like doing an Anthony Bourdain type thing. He's like traveling around.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
I've seen previews for that.
What is super amazing, before we get to all the Chris Evans stuff, Johna, is that this guy producer Patches, cannot get enough of Property Brothers.
I can't.
I love Property Brothers.
I can't.
But he's like 10 years behind everyone in Property Brothers.
Yeah. I'm like, this show's been on forever. She's like, Gage is like, yeah, I know.
I
mean, you don't have to start at season 1. Like,
he did, though. He did. That's how much he loves
commitment.
it.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
Because I got hooked on them with one of their newer shows, Celebrity IOU.
Yes.
It was the first time I ever.
Is that good?
It was really good. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
It was fun. And the Jeremy Renner episode will have you just sobbing. Oh my God, he's so sweet.
Oh, cool. I love crying. My favorite.
I know you do. You should watch the Celebrity IOU. But this guy, we're watching it, and he's like, these guys are really good. They're real funny. I like it. And I'm like, you know, they're the Property Brothers, right? And he's like, who's that? I'm like,
They have so many shows. They have like Property Brothers. They have Property Brothers Buying and Selling. Property Brothers at Home.
They have Forever Home.
Forever Home.
Yeah. Like, there's so many.
Well, and I
have a children's book out.
Well, and I figured that they'd been on for a while. I just didn't, because every time, they bring the, homeowner, or whoever they're doing the work for, they're like, oh my God, it's you. I'm like, all right, well, clearly people know, but I didn't realize they're a decade into HGTV.
I would die if the Property Brothers showed up at my house. Like, the camera crew would show up and I would see Drew and Jonathan and I would just die on the spot.
Right.
Like, they wouldn't be able to do anything to my house because I would be dead. Because I would be so excited that they would be at my front door.
They would be putting it up for sale.
Yeah. Like, I'm dead. I'm like, well, you got to talk to Mom because you can't talk to me. I'm too excited. The
problem is now, and with anyone that's new into home improvement shows, we're sitting here and he turns around and he's like, we've got to redo this mantle. We've got to redo it.
All right. Hold on. This is a conversation we've had before anyways.
I know. But then the other day, Johna, he was, you guys.
Sorry,
he said, oh God.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, this is all me. This is my bad.
He was prepared to knock out the entire bathroom, move the wall so that the door to the basement would be in the kitchen and the bathroom would move into the laundry room, which would move into the storage room, and we would redo. And I'm like, Well, this all sounds great.
The layout's actually brilliant. Is it not?
It is.
Thank
It is.
you.
No.
That's a lot. That's a lot of moving things.
It's a lot.
Oh,
I mean, it's like
so much.
I sure so would.
And the amount of times in the past that I've been like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if we could open things up? And he'd be like, that's a load-bearing wall.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, isn't that bathroom like on? Oh. Isn't that like a load? I really thought was like, you're gonna knock out the bathroom.
Now that he's watched enough Property Brothers, he sees how easy it is to just reinforce a load-bearing wall with some, with some.
You want me to call Jonathan and Drew to your guys' house? I will.
What is it? Pillars, like the.
Well, no, you would just keep it. You would just make it. You would just box a pillar around it.
Listen to this guy. Just box a pillar around it.
You're a pro out here. You're a pro.
Property Bro Patches.
Oh my God.
I love the Property Brothers though. Me and my mom literally will sit and watch the Property Brothers, or we'll watch like $1 Million Homes or something like that.
Yeah.
My Lottery Dream Home. That's what it is.
I got hooked onto Insane Pools.
I don't like that guy.
I know he's kind of a tool.
He's a tool.
Oh, I can't watch those. I gotta have nice renovation people on my shows.
Yeah, he's not. I can't pinpoint it. He's not nice. I don't know. He's just.
I hate using this term, but he's very douchey.
Yeah.
He's super douchey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get
like that. He's the over the top cheese douche kind of thing.
But I think he's kind of like gotta be that way because he's no Property Brother, right?
Nobody's the Property Brother.
I know.
Everyone's just trying to compete with the Property Brothers.
My God, you're just swooning over here. Oh, the Property Brothers.
No, I actually was stretching out because I had my knee bent weird and it hurt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I wasn't like
the Property Brothers.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about the Property Brothers. It's the 12th. It's Christmas in July, and we've got another 7 days to go leading up to Christmas. We will be, so we gotta be watching Endgame on Christmas around the Christmas tree.
Does that mean I can come to your house?
I think so. I mean, I hope so by then. No, it's getting bad.
That's where I'm at work, so.
Will you see? Can you get Chris Evans masks? We'll all wear Chris Evans masks.
I can try.
Okay. Figure it out, John. You got 7 days.
I'll pay you for it. Just make it happen. I'll pay.
Yeah, 7 days.
What do I have to get? Do I have to just get 4?
It'll probably just be us. Katie's not going to come.
I'm going to get her one anyway.
Okay. Kitsy would like one.
Kitsy would love a
Kitsy would like one.
Mask.
So 5.
Yep.
Do I need to get Shelly one?
Get Shelly one too.
6.
Yeah.
So 6. Yeah. I need 6. Okay.
Yeah, get 6.
Maybe I'll get a
We won't all be together, but we'll put them in the mail with a Christmas card.
Yes.
Oh my God. We should totally send them Chris Evans masks with Christmas cards, wishing them Merry Christmas.
I love it.
Tell them, because they're not going to listen to this. Maybe Kitsy will.
That's true. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Shelly's, I don't know. She's got all kinds of crazy stuff. Her daughter is starting her first job, and her son is going to his first day at college, and it's a real mess, and it's like screwed up, because of COVID.
Yeah,
everything it's not going well.
I need us to find out where like Chris Evans lives, or like his PO box, so we can send him a card.
Okay,
I need you to work on that.
I'm going to need you to be Googling that because I don't actually want to get blocked and not be able to work at Ace Comic Cons with him in the future.
I'm totally kidding. First of all, I'm sure everything that he has is literally the most private thing ever.
I would think so.
I would have to hire someone to do stuff like that, and I don't have money.
Okay, if you had money, you would hire someone to track down Chris Evans. Please don't.
No.
Okay, no.
Good face.
I would not do that.
So a couple of things that I would like to thank you for. One, all the hard work that you're doing with the Chris Evans fun facts.
Oh man, I feel so creepy because I'm just Googling Chris Evans fun facts, and then I have to pick the facts that I actually like.
Yeah.
I don't like that one. I don't like that one either. So.
Oh, what have you learned about Chris Evans that you didn't like?
Well, his first celebrity crush was Sandra Bullock, actually.
You didn't like that?
I mean, I like Sandra Bullock, but I mean, you know.
didn't want to know that he crushed on anyone. You just hope he's somewhere crushing on you.
He doesn't know I exist, but yeah, that's my hope.
Maybe he stalks the Kind of Nerdy Girls Twitter as much as the Kind of Nerdy Girls stalk him.
Yeah, see?
I'm pretty sure I'm the only Kind of Nerdy girl who is air quotes stalking him, but whatever.
Wouldn't it be great if one day Chris Evans started doing Kind of Nerdy Girls fun facts? They're like,
every day it would just be like, they love me.
oh shit, Chris Evans is digging up dirt on me. They'll be like, how you like that? Huh? How you like that?
I'd be like, oh, you care enough to stalk me? Thank you. I love you too.
But thank you for all the hard work that you're doing, for putting the schedule together. I know you watched Snowpiercer tonight. I went with an alternate because that's just it was such a good movie, but so dark and intense and so dark. And so
you know what I noticed when I was watching it?
What's that?
And I noticed it the first time. This is only the second time I've ever seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end scene where like the guy gives him the last cigarette on Earth,
mm-hmm.
he literally takes one puff of that cigarette the whole time he's talking. I was like, my boy's not a smoker. Because people who smoke, like they'll puff a couple times in between lines, but he literally just let the cigarette just burn out. And I was like, okay.
Well,
you wasted the world's last cigarette, but whatever.
You know what? It's funny that you bring that up because we were watching, which one were we? They're all running together now. So we watched, you did not watch What's Your Number? I watched that last night without you.
Oh my God.
That was
so
really
funny.
That was really good. Yeah. He was. What I've learned from Not Another Teen Movie,
Mm-hmm.
and then what was the one that has?
The one they had the crush on the girl.
Planet Cool.
Planet Cool, yeah.
Literally, Chris Evans in that movie is me AF. Like, I was like, same. Me too.
But he's got the role of his heart, that is being played by him in the dark, and he's smoking, and I was like, stop smoking, Chris Evans.
Yeah. But I mean, you notice, like, how many, if you watch it again, like, notice how many times he actually puffs a cigarette and how many scenes there actually are with him smoking. He just sits there chain smoking, and he takes, like, one puff every time they...
And then it's just sitting there, and the smoke's just kind of doing that, like doubling thing. Yeah. So that was fun. I had not seen that one. I had not seen What's Your Number. I hadn't seen these romantic comedies, and I had no idea that Chris Evans likes to not wear clothes.
I love it.
I honestly, I'm getting uncomfortable with the amount of days in a row I've seen Chris Evans naked.
Are you?
Well, it's just I have not seen Chris Evans naked this much.
You just see his butt, okay? Like, you're not seeing full frontal or nothing.
Yeah, but every time he steps out of the apartment in What's Your Number, he's just barely holding a towel over his privates.
Yeah.
I was like,
Johna, yeah.
I was like, maybe it wouldn't be as noticeable if I had just watched these movies as they have come out, but in starting them and watching them in a row and have never seen them before, I'm like, oh my God, did Chris Evans just say to his agent, I really want to do movies where I can be naked most of the time?
I mean, you saw the basketball scene. I was like, yo, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And then they jumped in the harbor. I was like, guys, what are we doing?
Yeah.
We're just naked so much in this movie. And I was like, whatever movie Chris Evans is naked in, I have to watch it. And that movie just so happened to be on the list that I made.
But I feel like you put all the nakedness in the beginning because as we go along, we're going to be getting into Captain America where he's, wholesome and suited up.
Well, I mean, we had to start somewhere.
But it all comes back to America's ass in the end. So
always.
True.
Yes.
I know. We get to actually see it before it becomes America's ass.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I fine-tuned it.
I appreciate this journey because I'm getting introduced to movies I haven't seen. I've not seen Push, so that'll be new.
It's so good. I can't wait to watch that tomorrow.
Is it another rom-com?
No, it's not. He's not a superhero. He has these special abilities
Oh, okay.
So Chris Evans and Dakota Fanning have these special abilities, and they have to find, like, supposedly there's a cure for their abilities or whatever, and this girl stole it from them, and she's trying to basically get it away from the people who are trying to cure them or whatever. And, like, it's this whole journey with Chris Evans and Dakota Fanning, because Dakota Fanning is a seer, which means she sees the future. So she's like, no, we don't need this girl. Like, leave her alone. But Chris Evans is in love with this girl. I'm like, what the F? But it's like a really good movie. It's really intense.
Okay.
Because there's so much action happening.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to that. Do we have any more rom-coms coming up in the marathon?
Let me look. Also in Push, Chris Evans's lips are the reddest you've ever seen. It looks like he was just drinking red Kool-Aid for 3 straight days and he couldn't wash his face.
All right. I will prepare for that.
I just wanted you to know.
Are his red lips weirder than his black hair in Not Another Teen Movie? No. That was weird.
It was, when I was watching that, I was like, I don't like this. I mean, he's got dark hair in general, but I was like, that's too dark.
Yeah.
But I think they were going for the Freddie Prinze Jr. thing because they were making fun of that movie, so it makes sense. Where are Kinda Nerdy Network? Clicking. Wow, you would think that my computer would be going fast considering it just updated.
You would think so. Mine always wants to take a nap for 2 days after an update. It's like updates are exhausting.
I always want to take a nap after I update.
Same. I don't update.
Oh, can we also talk about that Dodger, Chris Evans' dog, is going to be getting a new hip soon?
Oh, I know. Did you see?
Oh, he's got a hip replacement.
He got his surgery shaved, so he's all shaved down. He looks so cute. His little face is still all fluffy, but the rest of him is shaved, and he's got to have a hip replacement. So I would imagine, Johna, that Chris will be home for a while because hip replacement on dogs is just a long recovery like humans.
Yeah.
That's so sweet that he's doing that.
He does. He loves the dog so much. I watched the interview where they were doing the ASP interview or whatever, and he was talking about Dodger and when he adopted him, and somebody had shot Dodger when he was a street dog. So when he took him to the vet, they found a BB in his leg, and I was like,
yeah, I know.
It's a very emotional time for me. This Chris Evans thing is making me so emotional the past few days. Okay.
Well, and the other thing, I don't know, did you see he launched his website, A Starting Point?
ASP, yeah.
Yeah, I watched the news conference. I forgot that ages ago I RSVP'd for it, and it was A Starting Point launch starts in 15 minutes, and I was like, are you serious? I'm going to watch Chris Evans launch his company. But I love that he's doing that, right? It doesn't matter how political you are. It sounds like what this is going to be is sort of that answer that when you go looking for information and you can't find it, I just want to get educated on who I should vote for, and you can't find any actual information, that's what this website's going to be. So,
and who better than Captain America to make sure America's taken care of?
I just love him so much because he just wants the world to be a better place, and he's such a sweet person, and I just can't even y'all, I really been going through a real tough time, and the only thing that's been getting me through these days is I'm like, I get to go home and watch the Chris Evans movie tonight. It's so happy. It's the only thing that's getting me through life right now. There is another romantic movie on the list. It's number 8, and it's Before We Go.
Oh, I've seen that.
That he directed.
Before We Go. You didn't see it. I watched it without you. It's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's good.
He wrote that, right? Wrote and directed it, or just directed it, or
I don't know if he wrote it. I know he directed it,
but
I don't know.
He
might have wrote it.
It's good, and it's
something I would like.
Yes, because it's not a typical rom-com.
I like rom-coms.
The one I watched last night with him and Anna Faris was 100%.
Anna Faris is in it.
She was. She was great though.
Was she?
She was very good.
She was really good.
I had a really hard time with her.
She wasn't that. No, not at all.
No.
No,
not scary movie, Anna Faris.
No, she was great. It was good, but it was definitely, this is straight up rom-com material. We know what's going to happen here.
Right.
Let's watch it happen. And then he's naked a lot again.
Yeah,
a lot.
great
for him.
Such a good time.
And he plays guitar and he sings.
He sings. Oh my God. Let's talk about that singing. What the F?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I died. I was like, I'm dead. I'm deceased now.
And he's singing Just What I Needed, which is our network.
Right?
I'm like, oh my gosh, he's singing the theme to our network. Just what I needed. I love it. But anyway, great.
I did have a fun fact about before we go.
Okay, yes, please.
So when you watch it, you've watched it already, but Patches, when you watch it, so in the beginning and throughout the movie, Chris Evans' character plays the trumpet.
Nice.
But Chris Evans does not know how to play the trumpet. But he tried to learn how to play the trumpet just for that role, but he couldn't do it. So he just learned the correct finger notes for the songs that he was playing and was just faking his way through it.
Nice. Good for him.
That's
I found
hard.
that the other day, and I was like, dang, that's a fun fact that I learned on the internet.
Yeah,
nice.
Playing a wind instrument is hard.
Yeah, you
or
have
brass.
to. Yeah.
Any wind instrument. Doesn't matter if it's woodwind, brass.
But I was watching him, and now I'm not an expert on the guitar, but I was watching him, and he knew chords and stuff. Like, he wasn't faking it.
He seemed pretty legit with that guitar, I will say.
Yeah.
Well, I'm done playing guitar because you just stole my thunder for you.
I wouldn't have been able to tell if he was really legit if I haven't been watching you practice guitar.
Oh,
thank you. You made Chris Evans that much more wonderful for me. What a good husband you are.
Thank you so much.
On that note, a couple of things that are happening that are not Chris Evans. Henry Cavill is building his own gaming computer, and his videos are super nerdy, but so cute because it's Henry Cavill being a nerd. So that has been trending on Twitter, and I highly recommend it because I was giggling at it, and I'm not even that. And we got to work with Henry Cavill at an Ace Comic Con. He's very, very nice, and I would say just a wonderful guy.
Yes,
very attractive, but not like.
He even had a mustache at the time, and he was attractive.
But he's not my thing. Like, I can stare at him and be like, yeah, he is really beautiful, but I don't have that, I need him.
But he had such a warm presence about him to where you didn't feel, you didn't feel like, oh God, that's Superman, or you're like, whatever the case is. Like, you just, you could walk up to him and be like, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, he was so nice.
Yeah, he was super.
So it was super cute to watch him putting together this, little gaming computer. And now people are like, "Is he going to play The Witcher?" Like, everybody wants to know what he's playing. So that's going on, nerdy. Another important, we don't have to get way into it, but another important announcement in the nerd world: Star Wars has another animated series, and it is called Bad Batch.
Yep.
And literally every time I look at it and every time I post it, someone or I say, it's like I can't help it. It looks like it says bad bitch. I was like, oh my God, yes, I saw that. Did you see that? And I'm like, Star Wars is putting out a show called Bad Bitch?
Bro, that's exactly what I saw. The first time when you posted it in the Kind of Nerdy Network, I was looking at it and I was like, does that say bad bitch? What is that?
I know.
Princess Leia, the early years.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Like, do you, Star Wars?
And then, I don't know if you saw the news, Patches, but I know this is a movie that you love. Fletch is getting rebooted, and it looks like it's going to be rebooted into a series with John Hamm.
I like John Hamm.
Which I really like John Hamm. And he's really funny. I feel like
it's so weird to me when I watch things with him in it that he's funny, because I watched all 7 seasons of Mad Men and he was not funny in that at all.
Yeah, we watched 5-6 episodes and couldn't get into it. But I think part of it was because also I was like, he's not funny.
Right.
He's supposed to be funny.
It was more of a background show for me. I just turned it on just because.
Yeah.
But I can't handle, I really can't, that was the first time I ever saw John Hamm was in Mad Men. And so then when I saw him coming out with all these comedy movies, I'm like, is he funny?
Yeah.
Where did this sense of humor come from all of a sudden?
Yeah, and he's got that. I think he's he's quick-witted enough to,
his timing's great.
Yeah, you can't be Chevy Chase, and I hope that he doesn't try to do that, but he can be a version of Fletch.
A version of Chevy Chase, huh? All right,
yeah,
whatever.
I think as far as
I don't know, like I wouldn't try to be Chevy Chase, but he could. He can be. I think he can be in that sort of quick-witted detective style.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that'd be comedy suicide.
Yes.
It'd be comedy suicide if anyone tried to recreate the Chevy Chase Fletch.
Yes.
Hello. What's up?
Is it time to go?
No, my nephew's in here. Say hi.
Hi.
He got on a Shazam shirt.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. You like Shazam? Yeah, me too. That's even like a shiny Shazam shirt.
Right?
Very nice. Yeah. Can we get Shazam 2 made before Asher Angel's in his 30s?
First of all, Asher Angel is going to be like 40 before Shazam 2 comes out.
Oh my God. And I was looking at, because we just went on, it was like a year ago that PopCon was going on in person. And
I know. Saw your picture with him, and I was like, he was just a little baby.
I know. I was like, oh,
he's
look
like a
at
grown
him.
Man now.
Yeah, he's a grown man. He's got music. He's got a new album out. I don't know if you've been streaming it, but because
Can I get it on Apple Music?
Yeah. And
okay, cool. I'll listen to his mom.
So because I hosted his panel last year, and I was doing all of the social media for PopCon, so I was tweeting a lot about him. Twitter thinks that I need notifications. So I'm like, this is so creepy, right? I get notified that Asher Angel has tweeted or Asher Angel has new music out. I'm like, I am totally supportive of this kid. He was a great Billy Batson. I want him to be able to be Billy again in Shazam 2. Like, I am a cheerleader for his career, but it is super weird that I get that Twitter's like, hey, bet you want to check out Asher Angel's latest tweet. I'm like, would you stop?
Would you stop making me stalk him, God? It's not weird that you get notifications when he tweets. I get notifications when Chris Evans tweets.
Do you?
I do actually.
Oh, you would think, as much as I've been tweeting about him lately, I haven't meant to, but we've really, there's just been a lot of stuff to talk about with Chris Evans.
I get notifications.
It's like he knows that
KJ and the kind of nerdy girls tweet.
Well,
it's like he knows that we're doing the 12 days of Christmas, and so he's like, I'm going to do all these things so they have nice things to say about me this whole time.
And maybe he does have special powers because he planned the launch of his company months and months ago, but he knew it was going to be perfectly timed with the 12 days of Christmas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He loves us secretly.
He does. We love you too, Chris. We know you're listening, and we love you in the best way and not the weird way.
Not the creepy stalker way, I promise.
No.
Promise. I don't have enough money to be a stalker. I also don't have enough time to be a stalker. It takes so much time and effort and money.
Yes. All right. Well, it was nice to have Katie with us for a little bit. Coming up, we'll have Eric Goins from Stargirl. I'm working on getting some more of the actors from that show. That show is just blowing up, and it really is. It's fun. You know what?
It's very fun.
And Eric and I were talking about this today because I was trying to come up with a way to explain it. It's a really, and he said, we almost said it at the same time, trying to find the word to explain this show. Like it's hopeful. It's not.
I love hope.
And Johna, it's set in high school.
I love high school.
Stargirl.
Not being there.
Yeah, Stargirl is mad because her mom moves her back to the small podunk hometown that she used to live in Hollywood, and now she's in Nebraska, and she's in this new school. And there's Mean Girls and all of this. Yeah, I mean, it's totally up your alley, but it's really fun and refreshing and just sort of lighthearted comic book style storytelling. It's kind of what we need right now. We don't need to go, we were talking about how much darker can DC go in the movies. They're going
probably a lot darker.
Completely opposite with Stargirl. Stargirl's
it's back to the basics for superhero shows.
Yeah,
is what it is.
Yeah, and I like really that good. It's set in a family setting. So she, as a teenager, is kind of learning about this stuff, but then there there are adults that are dealing with the superhero stuff too. So it's got a good family dynamic. It's just I'm really excited about it. So
oh man, all the episodes are on here.
Well, CW, you can get everything.
Yeah.
CW lets you have everything free. It's fantastic.
Yep.
I know. I just got on the CW app. I was like, let me go check this out.
And you would love Nancy Drew too.
I know. I need to watch that too.
But I would
start with
Stargirl because it's like, especially you're talking about like you're having tough times right now. Stargirl it's a nice breath of fresh air with the superhero world.
Yes,
just really fun.
It's a nice little 40-minute escape, and it really it feels like an escape. It's the first show in a long time that you watch an episode and you feel like you've just escaped for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Patches, did you watch Riverdale yet?
No.
Okay, I already told KJ that you don't have to watch the first episode of the new season. Like, I watched it, I sat through it, and I suffered, and I cried like a little punk, and let all my feelings out. But there's nothing really plot-worthy in the first episode, so you can just like kind of skip that one and go to the next one.
I know. And the thing is, I've watched it all up to this point. I feel like I owe it to Luke Perry to watch that episode.
Not me.
God, it was so good. Literally, I'm gonna cry just thinking about it.
Yeah, I guarantee you, I'll be weeping. I guarantee you. I'll be like,
oh yeah.
Oh, we should play it. We should ever have to do a segment. What's got Patches weeping? And see what he's been crying about. It'll be some wrestling or something.
We can do a cry.
I do cry. I actually, believe it or not, I cry at wrestling.
He gets emotional about wrestling.
I do. Like if there's like a surprise entrance, so like the Royal Rumble, when Edge came back at the Royal Rumble, I was in tears. I was so happy, in tears.
That is okay.
Yes,
it's okay to cry.
Ask her. I have no problems crying.
That's good. That's very helpful for you to take care of your emotions that way.
That's
good
right.
job.
Yes.
A+.
Yeah, you are up there with Chris Evans, babe.
Yes.
I know. I bet Chris Evans cries.
I bet he does.
I guarantee he does. He's a softie.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to be so worried about him when his dog's in surgery. He's going to be a mess. It is so hard when you have to drop your pet off and leave.
Chris, if you need someone to be there for you, I will gladly not go to work and come and be by your side.
That's so sweet, Johna.
I know.
You're a giver. You're a giver. We thank you for giving us your time. We are the Kind of Nerdy Girls. Please subscribe, rate us. We've actually got some good ratings lately, Johna. I'm like, wait a second, someone rated us? Yeah. So we've made some really great friends through PopCon and through the Lady Pod Squad that we're a part of now. And the Just What I Needed network is just getting going. And there's so many good things going, but we can always use the support. No one knows about us if you don't tell them about us. So thank you for listening. Now go spread the good word.
Go for it.
Good Lord.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.